fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Andijan, Uzbekistan, presenting Sanjar Rachmanov. Once again, referee Kenny Bayless. All right, guys, it's Hunter and Bayless, the referee for this one. Sanjar Rachmanov, a veteran of Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall cards, as he has been featured pretty much on every single one we've had here involving Mayweather Promotions. And I'm interested to see how Sanjar takes Hunter on. Hunter, obviously the taller of the two, bigger reach. Sanjar likes to get involved right away, BJ, and it's something that he's in the past has had trouble with the tall, lanky fighters. Let's see what happens.
You see Hunter wasting no time, coming right out. Weight on the back foot, Ralph. You see his weight kind of on the back, not rushing in, but just letting Sanjar walk to him and touch him up with a jab. So, you know, make no mistake about it, Sanjar's going to have to get close to him and have to catch him with something early and maybe get his attention if he wants to have a chance to win this fight.
Again, Keith Hunter, promoted by Greg Cohen Promotions, 9-0, 7 knockouts here in Las Vegas. They call him the Bounty. Sanjar in the silver and black trim. And again, I mentioned to you that I interviewed him in his last bout here in Sam's Town, and I said, man, I said, you made that a little bit harder than what you could have. And he said, man, I like to get hit.
I saw that fight, actually, and it was an absolute war. And if I'm in the corner of Sanjar, I'm telling him the opposite. I'm saying, I don't care what you like to get hit. Listen, on my watch, you are going to move your head and you're going to get out of the way and land some counter shots.
Hunter with a combination there. Nice uppercut.
Right uppercut.
Landing.
And you see what he's doing there, Ralph. He's shooting the right hook to the body, the right uppercut. He's changing the angles of the punches. You see Sanjar walking in with a straight traditional guard, straight up. When Hunter changes the angle of the punches, it makes it difficult for Sanjar to defend all that.
Wild right by Sanjar, misses. Again, I was curious to see what was going to happen here as far as the reach advantage for Hunter. And the length of that jab could give Sanjar trouble here. But again, you know, he says he likes to get hit. He doesn't mind the action. He doesn't mind taking two to get his one off, and that's been his MO.
Nice right uppercut a second ago from Hunter. It didn't land, Ralph, but he's starting to get the timing of that punch. And you see he's looking to time Sanjar as he's walking in. You know, make no mistake about it, Sanjar's not going to win this fight by decision. He's going to have to do some damage to Hunter. And, you know, if I'm the corner of Sanjar, I'm going to tell him, good right hook to the body. Forget about the head of Hunter. Don't even worry about it. Attack his body, wear him down, change levels of your attack. Sharp right hand by Hunter.
A right hand lands by Sanjar. A left hook lands, buckles Hunter momentarily, not much. Another left lands.
That one caught him hard, Ralph. And this is why we thought this would be an entertaining fight. Sanjar comes forward. I think Hunter still might be a little hurt here.
I think he's a little bit more hurt than what we anticipated. Kind of a lazy right. Another one.
His legs are not under him. He's still hurt. And the reason I say that is because you can tell when he punches, it's not as sharp.
Right landed by Sanjar. And that's one thing about Sanjar that I have noticed in his fights, that when he sees or feels his opponent's hurt, he is going to attack even more. And again, taking more punishment just to get to his opponent is his MO. And it seems to be working out for him so far in his career. 10 seconds left, round number one. We thought it was going to be a war, starting off just as we thought. Sin City Showdown here in Las Vegas.
Wow, great action in round one.
And it's a big change in pace as far as what we're used to seeing from trainers.
And if that's not enough, you get these kids that come over from Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, and they've already got that, you know, killer, be killed mentality. So it's a deadly combination. And look for a lot more offense from Sanjar in this round.
Round 2 of 8. This is the third of 5 fights here. Sin City Showdown, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, the Money Team, Mayweather Sports, and Facebook. We thank you guys for sticking with us. A great night of action so far. This is the third of 5 fights. Still plenty of action to come. And then when we are done here, straight to Showtime for ShowBox, A New Generation. A wonderful evening still to come. I'm very blessed and pleased to have BJ Flores here with us, former world title challenger. And I'll tell you, BJ, I thought this fight was going to be exactly what we envisioned, and it's even more so. I think Sanjar actually had a game plan. He's sticking to it. And again, there's a right hand. as just as we speak here about Sanjar catching punches to come inside, he gets caught with the right by Hunter. Gloves hit the floor. It is a standing 8 here in Nevada.
Sharp right hand over the jab of Sanjar. He timed it perfectly, hit him with the right hand right on the chin. Let's see how hurt he is, Ralph. Very important that Hunter, if he wants to get him out of there, that he goes to the body right now and he doesn't just head on. Got to go to the body. Mix up your offense.
Hunter needs to be careful. This is when Sanjar is at his best. A knockdown for Hunter here.
See Hunter kind of loading up right there with that overhand right. I don't like that, you know. And Hunter's going to learn with more experience that when you damage an opponent, you get him hurt like that, you don't look to load up. You let the combinations go and you mix them up and down, and that's how you get your guy out of there.
Hunter with a combination, missing all but one shot. Sanjar looks to have recovered from that flash knockdown as he lands a right on Hunter's chin.
Big right hand from Sanjar a second ago, and another sharp returning right hand from Hunter, Ralph. He's sharp with that punch, and two things that did, it showed Hunter that, hey, I can hurt you too, to Sanjar. So, Sanjar, you can't just walk in like that because I can hurt you as well. Very important.
So nice. The fight shifts just like that here in round number 3 as against Sanjar. Now, I don't want to say he's getting a little bit impatient, but, you know, when someone gets knocked down in the fight, and you're not used to getting knocked down like that, you can't come back and be kind of, I don't want to say anxious, just throw back,
right,
but you know, open yourself up for more shots, so to speak.
Yeah, you don't want to walk into something else, especially if you still completely don't have your wits about you. So, you know, Sanjar can't really tell right now, but he hasn't met his offensive in this round. Why? Because of the knockdown. Hunter hit him with a sharp right hand right on the chin. Sanjar's still trying to get his wits about him a little bit, even though he's pressing forward. He hasn't shot as many punches.
Plenty of action since this fight started. We called it, could have been the fight of the night. It so far has been. 10 seconds left in this round, an outstanding fight. Sanjar Rachmanov taking control early, but it's Hunter with the knockdown in this round. This is Sin City Showdown, Hunter Rachmanov.
Good first, good second round for Hunter. Nice confidence.
But the province that he is from, you have to do a little bit of research.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and send them a shirt. The first one that can do that here. And we'll go ahead and get their information and send them out a shirt. Compliments of Mayweather Promotions. Again, they need the province and the city where Neil Tabanao is from. He'll be fighting Angelo Leo in our main event on Showbox, A New Generation, coming up 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific after this stream. All right, looks like we already have a winner. Man, that was pretty fast. Mr. Christian, Panabo City, Davao del Norte. That is correct. And we'll go ahead and get your information. I will go ahead and save your name here, screenshot this, and we'll go ahead and make sure that we send you out a shirt. We're going to be giving away a lot more stuff, guys, before it's all said and done. We appreciate you guys sticking with us. Many of the media personalities coming in. We've got my friend and my color commentator for most of the Sin City Showdown, Ryan Burton here, boxing scene, joining me to my left, and we're loved to have him here. Fantastic writer.
Probably the best writer in boxing, to be honest with you. He's been writing stories for 15 years
listen,
that I've known.
Listen, he writes,
been doing a lot of good
his
work.
Stories are, look, if you're doing not so well or well, it doesn't matter. He's not biased. He's going to write what he writes, and that's why people love him, because he doesn't, you know, shimmy to one side or the other. He writes what he writes. His stories are good, you know, and I like the way he writes. He's got good articles. It
seems like he knows what, you know, what Bob and Al Heyman are doing before they know what they're doing. Like I get the release from Ryan before anybody. So if I ever have any boxing questions, I go straight to Ryan Burton and say, what's going on, buddy? Tell me the truth. And nice fight, really warming up here in the third round. You know, one thing I'd like to see a little more from Hunter, Ralph, and you saw him do it right there. I'd like to see him step to his right. The one punch he's been getting hit with is that overhand right from Sanjar. He's been getting touched with that punch. And if Hunter would move to his right, away from the right hand of his opponent, he can eliminate that punch. But he seems to continually go to his left. There he goes. He circles back to his right. Nice offense off that.
And one thing I do have to say about Sanjar, that maybe he, again, I am not a fighter, you're a fighter, I've never been in there and having to deal with the wars, but in between these fights, Sanjar seems to take small breaks, couple round breaks, and then, you know, he exerts all his energy. So, maybe in future fights he does need to work on that. And right when I say that, he lands a combination to Hunter right on the chin, another right hand. Hunter fires back.
He's an explosive puncher, and he's getting the better of Hunter right here. Hunter can't stand straight up. He's got to drop underneath some of those punches.
An all-out war here in round number 3. And BJ, didn't mean to cut you off there, but again, these guys, we knew it from the get-go. We called it. It was going to be the fight of the night. These two guys at the weigh-in, jawing at each other, right in each other's face.
Good round for Sanjar, and a round that he won here. Ralph putting himself back into the fight, landing a lot of power shots here in this round 3.
The end of round 3, it's going to be a great one. Hunter and Rachmanov. Let us know where you guys are from. This is round number 4 of 8. Got some good action so far, guys. Again, we like to treat these streams like we're sitting at home, guys. Leave your comments, leave your questions. Who do you got winning so far? Obviously, a 10-8 round for Hunter in the second round. I have Sanjar winning 1 and 3, so to me, this bout is even right now after 3.
And I kind of thought Ralph 1 could go either way. It was a close round. He landed some good shots, but Hunter did a lot of good work too. So it was a close round. And you know, depending on what you like, the judges can have 1 and 3 for Hunter. I'm sorry, 1 and 2 for Hunter, or 1 and 3 for Sanjar. So it's a close fight either way, any way you chop it.
We're round number 4 of 8 here, Las Vegas, Nevada, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall. Ramlin Raul Velez, BJ Flores. The fans are piling in here, a sold-out show. Plenty of action still to come, and when this stream is over, guys, Showbox is a new generation featuring 3 of Mayweather Promotions' youngest prospects. A great night of action still to come.
Something very important for Hunter, Ralph, that he's going to need to do here in round 4 if he wants to win this fight. He needs to start attacking the body of Sanjar a little bit.
Combination by Rachmanov lands on Hunter.
Good shot by Rachmanov, but if Hunter wants to stay in this fight, he's going to have to change levels of his attack. It's not enough right now. Sanjar's got his hands up, and he's kind of blocking it and seeing all the punches now. So Hunter's got to go back to what he was doing earlier. The uppercuts, the right hooks to the body, the jabs to the body, not just the jab to the head. Switch it up. Make Sanjar think before he just walks in. Good left hook.
Sanjar's been landing that left hook pretty much all fight long. Hunter taking the punch and coming back with punches of his own, just like that.
And Sanjar would be very well served here to shoot instead of just a left hook, bring the right hand and one more left hook after it. Easier said than done from the commentator's booth, of course, but you know, you got to force yourself as a fighter to shoot those combinations. You see another just one punch there, but, and again right there, if he would bring 2 and 3, his offensive attack would increase 60%.
Hunter still working on his jab. That has been the go-to to get inside on Sanjar. Sanjar countering with the left most of the fight. Looks like Hunter really utilizing that uppercut because of his length and his size.
Yeah, he is. And it's a good shot. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there used to be a pretty good heavyweight named Lennox Lewis who had a pretty good right uppercut. Another good heavyweight named Riddick Bowe who loved to use that right uppercut in short inside clinches. 2 tall guys that took full advantage of the uppercut, and you see Hunter, obviously I'm not comparing Hunter to either one of those two, but you know, he's getting some good usage out of his uppercut against a very durable Sanjar.
Sanjar will take the punches. You knock him down 3 times, he's going to get up 4. That's his MO. He's proud of it. And again, I know Dewey, his trainer, Dewey Cooper, is really not fond of that style, but what works for Sanjar keeps him going. It keeps the blood flowing.
Yeah, Dewey was a very tough fighter, but he didn't have that come forward walk style like Sanjar does. Obviously very different. Dewey is more of a boxer on the outside, strong, good punches. Big right hand from Sanjar.
10 seconds left here in this round. Could be anybody's round. They are going back and forth. It's Hunter Rachmanov here at Sam's Town.
And I really feel like Sanjar's landing the harder shots up to this point besides the knockdown. So
as well in Las Vegas, and of course you fight many times in celebrity theater for Iron Boy Promotions, cards, and all over the world, and we're very proud of what you've done. And your commentating job on the World Series of Super Series of Boxing with Ray Flores, you guys have done a masterful job there too. I can't wait to get that going again.
A lot of fun, man. That World Series of Boxing tournament has been fantastic. It just, you know, you got great world championship level fighters going at it every single week. It can't not create good fights. So it's easy to talk about a great fight. You know, speaking of great fights, we got a pretty good one on our hands right now, Ralph. Sanjar starting to, you know, put his foot on the gas a little bit. Hunter going to be very, very interesting to see if he fades a little bit over these last 4 rounds with some of the hard shots he's taken from Sanjar. You see the hands dropping just a tad. You see the punches coming out just a bit slower. And the timing of Sanjar has been sharp. So see if you can take advantage of that.
Chris says Hunter boxing nice, but he seems to be breaking down. Now, let me ask you a question. Obviously, you know, you've gone the 8, 10, 12 round fights. When, well, I don't want to say it just goes for every fighter, but the way these guys are fighting, it's an 8-round fight.
Right.
I'm thinking here, second part of the fight, one of these two guys either going to slow down or open up and get caught with a shot here, because I honestly don't think this is going to end the decision. Both of these guys are throwing way too many powerful punches as far as combinations on Hunter. Sanjar with his one-punch left hooks and one-punch straight right hands. At what point in the fight do you, as a fighter, know in there, okay, we're in round number 5, I got to step it up here? Are you actually keeping track yourself when you're in the ring as far as maybe the score and what you think you may be winning or maybe losing a fight?
To be honest with you, I kind of forget about what round I'm in sometimes, but my corner is sure to remind me after a round of whether I won or lost that round and what I need to do to get back to the win column. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, as a fighter, nice left hook by Sanjar. He's landed some good shots in there, Ralph, while we've been talking, some nice sharp left hooks. But look, as a fighter, you know when you're in an 8-round fight and you're in round 5 and you're in a nip and tuck fight that you need to do something to pull away and to distinguish yourself as winning the rounds or scoring the knockout. And, you know, both guys are really asserting themselves right now in this round.
Wild big punches by Sanjar, misses but lands a left hook to the body. Hunter comes back with a right check hook, half uppercut, half hook of his own. Throwing punches here, BJ.
Something I want to talk about that's pretty impressive is the chin of Hunter. He's taken some good flush shots, and he's still standing right there. The temperament, the pedigree, obviously he comes from championship bloodlines. You know, Michael Hunter, his father, also was a very, very good fighter as well, and, you know, did very well in the professional ranks. So, Keith, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but he's taken a lot of good shots, and he's still dishing out some of his own punishment.
This is the third of 5 fights. If you are just joining us, welcome. Mayweather Promotions Sin City Showdown. Ramblin' Ralph, former world title challenger BJ Flores here in the building with us. And a left hook again by Sanjar. Again, Sanjar landing that punch, but Hunter staying there, taking the punch, so to speak.
Needs to put that right hand behind it, Ralph. It would be so much more effective. Could be
a good score. Again, we have Mr. Christian, 48-46. James Moore, 3-2 Sanjar.
Could be.
Again, this is why we love these fights, because these rounds so hard to score with these guys throwing blows at each other, both connecting. You know, Hunter's still, I'm sorry, BJ, still utilizing the jab here as we head to round 6.
You see the one punch Sanjar's been landing pretty good all night is that overhand right. You see the feint and the taunt of Hunter 1 second ago. That's something also very important that he needs to do to keep Sanjar off of him. He's having a bit of trouble here getting some distance and keeping his space away from Sanjar. Nice right uppercut.
Uppercut lands by Hunter. Stumbles Sanjar for just a second. Looks like he regrouped. Again, that uppercut landing, BJ, pretty much all night. Another left hook by Sanjar.
Big
Hunter takes the punch. Again, another one.
He's taking some big shots in there, Ralph. And if you look at his body frame, you wouldn't think he'd be able to take those shots, but he's taking them pretty well through round 5. You know,
Hunter kind of leaning over a little bit more than what he has here since the start of the fight. Again, Sanjar not really going to the body right now, and as I just say that, he calls me out and lands one right in the gut.
But it's not enough, Ralph. He needs to do 2 and 3 punches to the body and then finish up top. That's what will ensure him to land the punches on the combination. So, you know, you shoot 1, you shoot 2, you got a 50-50 shot. You shoot 3 or 4, you got about an 80 to 90% shot.
Sanjar lands the right, wild left, misses. Sanjar looking to take Hunter out.
Have you ever heard the phrase, don't look for the knockout, let it come?
Yes,
and I
sir.
feel like right here in this round, Sanjar's looking for the knockout a little too much. He's trying to load up. He's trying to end the fight with 1 punch instead of letting his combinations do the talking.
Combination.
Good combination.
Again, that left landing at will for Sanjar.
Just a bit too much head hunting, Ralph. If you know, I wish I could. I wish Sanjar watched a little more. You know, I hate to stereotype some of this, but you know, some of those Mexican fighters just attack the body consistently. Then they finish up with the head. I'd like to sit Sanjar down with some of those guys and have him, you know, watch and see how they do that. And if he dug the body, he'd be an absolute terror. Big
right hand lands. Hunter fires back. Sanjar lands a left. Exchanging blows here in the 6th.
His timing with that left hook is so sharp, Ralph. Very, very good timing. It's something he feels. Right after the right hand to Hunter, you see Sanjar just kind of teeing off and set up for that left hook.
And they both at the weigh-in were calling each other out.
Good body shots.
Calling a knockout for each corner. Again, like I stated earlier, I don't think this can go the full 8 the way these guys are throwing blows. There's 10 seconds left. Round number 6. Props to both fighters. This is an absolute war here at Samstown.
And as we say that, here we are in round 6, getting ready to go into round 7 now. So, maybe this fight goes the distance, maybe not, but either way.
I love that, man. I traveled to Japan with Mr. Bayless for Floyd's fight with Tenshin, and I got to tell you, I spent pretty much a couple of days with that man. Unbelievable human being.
Sharp,
Mr.
very, very sharp.
Okay, guys, here we go. Round number 7 of 8 here. Sin City Showdown, Ramblin' Ralph, BJ Flores. How do you have this, BJ?
Oh, I got it close, but I think Sanjar won that last round. I think Sanjar's starting to, really pull away at this last 2 to 3 rounds in this fight, and attacking the body and attacking the head of Hunter. I see some of the steam off of Hunter's punches starting to leave his punches, and I feel like Sanjar's just done enough to edge some of these close rounds on the scorecard.
And as you mentioned, going to the body, Sanjar comes up in his first combo, a right and left hook to the body.
Yeah, good stuff. But, Hunter is still the more active fighter, and a lot of the judges do score in activity. So, I got Sanjar landing the cleaner, harder punches, but the objective is to always erase all doubt. Nice left hook from Sanjar again. I just wish he would shoot a right hand and a left hook behind it.
We got some fans here on our stream saying that Hunter looks to be visibly slowing down. Sanjar, 100 miles an hour every single fight. And again, I did mention that some of his fights, he does have a little bit of inactivity in these rounds. He does come forward, but does not throw. Here, he has been throwing every single round.
Nice right hand. You see him start out with that jab to the body. He got the hands of Hunter to drop down a little bit, and he finished up with a nice right hand up top. Beautiful combination. Changing levels.
To the body again, he goes. Sanjar with a big welt underneath the left eye.
We could take a wild guess what that's from.
And it looks like Hunter's punches seem to be losing a little bit of steam as a left hook lands from Sanjar. Seems to be going to the body almost exclusively this round.
I think Hunter's in trouble here a little bit. Not that he's hurt, not that he's dazed, but I feel like the snap off Hunter's punches is officially gone. He's not able to keep Sanjar off him anymore, and Sanjar still got his foot heavy on the gas pedal.
And Sanjar, if you go back and look at his fights on YouTube, every one of his fights, they end up like this. They end up with like wars. They end up with his opponent throwing many punches, landing many punches, but Sanjar seems to stand there toe-to-toe with his opponents every single time. And he said at the weigh-in that he was going to take Mr. Hunter to a place that he's never gone before.
He really is. Here in round 7, Hunter, obviously with an undefeated record. Hunter's in a little trouble here. He's got a guy in front of him who really doesn't believe he can be hurt, a guy in front of him who's coming full speed ahead, and a guy who's coming on in the second half of the fight. Very important for a veteran fighter. And win, lose, or draw for Hunter, he's going to come out of this fight with a very valuable lesson. He's going to learn a lot of important things about himself after these 8 rounds with Sanjar.
Referee Kenny Bayless warning of the headbutt as Sanjar tries to go to the body and then a right to the head, and he lands that combo.
Another good round for Sanjar. You can't take this round away from Sanjar. He's doing too much good work.
Lands, and Hunter smiles, and again they butt heads in the middle of the round. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both warriors. This is the 8th
and I feel like Sanjar is doing enough, through 8 rounds through 7 rounds so far to be able to win this fight. And I feel like Keith Hunter needs a very big round 8 if he wants to, possibly have a shot to get this decision, because 10-8 rounds or not in the second round, he has lost probably 3 of the last 4 rounds, maybe 4 of the last 5. So he really needs to do something effective here.
Hunter coming out, throwing blows. Again, Hunter undefeated, 9-0, 7 knockouts, a very good-looking fighter out of here in Las Vegas. Greg Cohen got to be proud of his fighter. Sanjar, 11-1. Again, Sanjar, probably out of the two, has been in the most wars. Sanjar, every single fight he gets into, if you've joined our broadcast before, they end up like this. Both fighters throwing punches, They realize this last round is very important. Probably both corners, BJ, saying, hey, we need this round.
I wish I could have listened into the corner of Dewey Cooper and what he said. And then, also in the other corner with Clarence Bones Adams, former world champion, and Brandon Woods. Very good trainer over the last 20 years. So wish I could have heard that audio. But either way, both guys need to win this round. I do have Sanjar ahead, though.
Dylan saying he doesn't have this fight even. Dylan, what do you have for a score? Let us know. Saw a couple of 66 to 66 there.
I disagree. I feel like if you sit down and you score each round individually, I don't see how you can have Hunter up, 4 rounds to 3 right now. I just don't see it.
Hunter landing a 1-2 combo, circling around. And this is what I mean by Sanjar. Again, in some of his fights, he does seem to not maybe run out of gas, but take a break for a couple of minutes in the round. Right now, the last round is not the round you want to do that in.
There's only 3 minutes, Ralph. You can't afford to take a break for a couple minutes. You really can't. That's all he's got left. And the combination punching from Sanjar would help him solidify his victory here. But nice right hand again. Nice counter right uppercut from Hunter.
Dylan said, I got Hunter getting beat. All right, so you got Sanjar winning. Okay.
And you got to remember the 4 criteria of judging: clean punching, effective aggression, ring generalship, and defense in that order. So the first thing is clean punching, and I feel like Sanjar has done the majority of the clean punching, and without question, Ralph, the more damaging punches.
Now, let me ask you a question. I got a very, very good comment. Ashley says Hunter is leaning in too much. Do you feel that Hunter, being the taller fighter with the longer jab, should have been utilizing that much more than him leaning in and basically making himself the same size as Sanjar?
100%, but 2 things are come into the equation with that. Fatigue is one of the main things. He doesn't have the energy to continue to jab, and also the timing of Sanjar. He's shooting a lot of left hooks and timing that shot, so Hunter's kind of looking to do some other things. Big left hook from Sanjar a second ago, wobbled Hunter.
Final seconds in this war. They went the full 8. It's Sanjar Rachmanov, Keith Hunter. Who will win it? Ladies and gentlemen, before I read the scorecards, a round of applause for both warriors, please. After 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Adelaide Bird scores the contest 77 to 74 for Hunter. Judge Tim Cheatham scores the contest 76 to 75 for Rachmanov. And Judge Patricia Morris-Jarman scores it 76 to 75 for your winner by split decision. And still undefeated, Keith the Bounty